Thank you very much, and good morning to your viewers. Well, I can tell you that, this emanates from around 2016, when Bishop Clayton Modise actually died in February 2016, leaving an estate worth about 400 million. And apparently he had 3 sons, one of which was actually out of wedlock, and all of them are claiming to be, the rightful leaders for the church. Hence, we are here today. We understand that, there are Leonard Modise, who actually heads the IPHC group based in Zurbekom, and then there's Michael Sandlana, who actually leads the Pretoria faction, and also Tshepiso Modise, who actually runs a third splinter group of the IPHC. Well, as you can see now from where we are, Pretoria is ground to a halt. Thousands of congregants are actually assembling here at the Pretoria High Court to try and hear this particular leadership battle that goes 3 ways, that has been set down for about a week's time, when we will actually hear deliberations as to who should actually be the rightful leader of the IPHC. Well, moments ago, there was a mini concert. If I can just get out of shot, you can see there is a white truck there that actually has some speaker system, that actually has, sound system, and there were people that were actually performing there, entertaining the crowds. But due to the court processes as they are about to begin, around 10 o'clock, they have requested that most of the congregants actually move downwards. As there were some live performances that were actually happening here where we are, but then officials from the court have actually requested that those that are here should actually just move downwards so that the noise levels can actually go down. You can see my colleague Tabisho is actually, tilting the camera to face the direction of where the congregants are actually heading, and I can tell you it's definitely thousands of them here. There was definitely a battle to reach the court itself this morning. As most of the roads have ground to a halt. The traffic is hectic, and to make matters worse is the load shedding that's actually exacerbating the situation, as some of the robots here in the CBD were actually not working. So there are long snaking queues of traffic, that's actually here. Buses are here. A lot of people have actually been bussed here, and the proceedings will actually begin in the not so distant future. We actually have to sort of move out of the road right now, as the stage is being pulled. It's been reversed to actually go join some of the crowds that are here. So that's what's actually transpiring outside, a whole hive of activity that's actually happening here outside the court. It will be interesting to hear out of the 3 sons of the late leader of IPHC, who will actually be granted to become the rightful leader of this particular church.
I think it's what's also quite significant, Ofentse, and just from the visuals that you were showing us of the large numbers of congregants and people who follow the IPHC, it certainly speaks to just how big of a religious institution we're speaking about here. Just look at those crowds, a very big religious grouping and following behind it as well. And so this leadership battle have an impact on so many believers of the church.
I actually struggled to hear you there. The lines are very, very soft. I'm really struggling to hear you. But we know that about 2 years ago, there was an incident that actually transpired at one of the churches where, a splinter group actually attacked another group, and there were 5 people that actually passed away. In fact, my colleague, Tabiso Sitole, was actually at the scene reporting that particular story. So definitely this is a very long battle that stretches for many years. As I mentioned, that the initial leader actually passed away in 2016, and then immediately after that, there was an issue of who among his 3 sons will actually be the ones to actually head this particular church. There have been some very violent clashes between the 3 splinter groups of congregants, and fortunately rather, they've decided to resort to the court to try and see the merits of those that are saying that they are the ones that should be appointed as the leaders of this particular church.